Story, story.
Story come.
Story, story.
Story come.
Mwambu and Sela. Long time ago, there was drought in Bukusu land. People wondered what to do in order to survive the long drought. Wells and rivers dried up. Vegetation withered away and animals died. The land was parched dry and famine swept through the country like a plague. The future looked quite grim for the whole community. Rainmakers were time and again consulted for a solution, but none of them could bring a drop of rain. People prayed to the great god Hakawa, but nothing happened. Finally, the king ordered for the greatest witch doctor, Omufumu, of the time to be consulted. The diviner studied his divining beads carefully and said, "A great dragon by the name of Bilibili Nyanja lives in the lake in the west. He is the one interfering with the rain. This dragon must be appeased before rain can fall. The king must send a delegation at once to go and find out exactly what sacrifice the dragon desires." The king sent out a delegation to do as Omfumu had directed. The messengers walked day and night, crossing many rivers. Finally, they reached the home of the dragon, which was in the central depths of a lake. Whenever the dragon moved about, the earth trembled and there were thunder and lightning in the sky. From a distance, the messengers delivered the king's message to the dragon. "I will only release rain if your king gives me his beautiful daughter to consume," the dragon roared. "Go and tell the king, if he agrees, I will come and consume his daughter and you'll have rainfall." The men returned home with heavy hearts. "How will we report this sad news to the king?" they wondered. "She is his only daughter." The king received the news with surprising calmness. He sent the messengers back to the dragon saying, "Go and tell him I am willing to sacrifice my only daughter Sela for the salvation of the community." Many people felt very sad about the price required for rain to fall. The fateful day arrived. The dragon was expected to come and claim his bride. Multitudes assembled at the king's home. By midday, it looked as if the whole village was gathered there, and yet more people were still streaming in. Fear ruled the people as they waited for the dragon. Sela was carried off and perched at the flat peak of a nearby hill, where she waited and sang a mournful song. "Mbili mbili nyanja ichaundie, mbili mbili nyanja uchaundie, mhanawo mwami efula ikwe, mbili mbili nyanja. Mbili mbili nyanja, come and eat me. Mbili mbili nyanja, come and eat me, the king's daughter, so that it may rain." A handsome young man called Mwambu, whose love for Sela knew no bounds, swore that he would rather die beside her than give the dragon liberty to fulfill his evil claim. Against all advice, Mwambu climbed the hill and sat beside Sela, and she sang. Mwambu responded, "Sela loma loma, Sela loma loma, nyanga chili hulia chili india, mbili mbili nyanja." Sela, speak. You whose life and mine are intertwined into a single string, speak. The day the dragon eats you, he will also have to eat me, Mbili Mbili Nyanja. The dragon left his abode and moved towards Bukusu country. Lightning flashed, followed by thunder. When Mbili Mbili Nyanja finally appeared on the threshold, everyone ran away, apart from Sela and Mwambu. Sela's voice trembled as she continued singing. Mwambu shot many arrows at the dragon, but the dragon simply swallowed them up as he kept on moving closer and closer to Sela. Mwambu threw spears and dozens of battle axes at the dragon, but he swallowed them up. Finally, Mwambu was left only with a magic sword called Embalu Iye Luweni, lightning sword. Nobody in the country had ever seen this weapon in use. Mwambu had concealed his secret weapon. The dragon opened his vicious mouth wide, letting out a flash of lightning and a terrific clap of thunder. There were screams all over. Mwambu raised his lightning sword and slashed the dragon's neck. There was a blinding flash of lightning and clap of thunder. The dragon fell down, writhing in pain, wriggling and hissing. Dark clouds floated in the sky and hung over mountain peaks like a swarm of locusts. Drops of rain began to fall. Mwambu cut off the dragon's head. The heavens opened up and rain poured down furiously. The entire sky was lit with frequent flashes of lightning, and the earth shook with prolonged peals of thunder. It continued raining for many days until fields were flooded and all rivers overflowed. Later, the king married Sela to Mwambu in a beautiful wedding ceremony. That is the end of my story.